Welcome back, my friend. Tonight, London begins to fill with life again after the long silence of the plague. Shops reopen, children return to the streets, and smoke rises from busy chimneys. Yet beneath this fragile calm, dry timber, narrow lanes, and a restless wind are quietly preparing the city for fire. Settle in, breathe slowly, and let history carry you towards sleep. Subscribe to Deep Sleep Storytelling for more peaceful journeys through history, science, and the mysteries of the sea.
A fragile calm. Rest a little deeper now, my friend. Let your body soften into stillness. Tonight, London moves through a calm that feels earned, yet uncertain, like glass resting gently on stone. The plague has retreated further, not erased, but quiet enough that daily life dares to breathe again. London stands in this calm carefully, as if afraid that moving too quickly might wake something sleeping beneath the surface. Streets learn a new pace. The streets grow busier now, but not loud. Footsteps return in steady rhythms. Carts roll again, though fewer than before. Voices rise slightly, but never to the volume they once held. London walks differently. People leave space between one another. They pause more often. They glance around before committing to a path. The city has learned that motion itself can be a risk. Shops reopen with caution. Shops reopen slowly. Doors stay open only during daylight. Shelves are stocked modestly. Owners sit quietly, watching the street as much as they watch customers. Commerce returns not as ambition, but as reassurance. London does not chase growth. It welcomes stability. A sale completed feels like proof that the city still functions. Homes rearrange themselves. Inside homes, changes continue. Rooms are reorganized. Unused spaces are cleared. Furniture shifts slightly, not for beauty, but for practicality. Londoners simplify. What is not needed is set aside. What remains feels more meaningful. The city learns that less can be enough. Conversations about tomorrow. For the first time in many months, people speak of tomorrow, not grand plans, not distant futures, simple things. A repair to be done next week, a visit planned cautiously, a shipment expected. These conversations are quiet victories. London listens to them carefully. Faith returns to the streets. Faith steps back into public space. Church doors remain open longer. Services grow slightly larger. But belief feels different now. Less certainty, more humility. Prayers ask for guidance rather than protection. London's faith has been shaped by loss. It no longer demands answers. It seeks steadiness. Children reclaim the city. Children become more visible. They run short distances. They play games with rules that keep them close to home. They laugh, then stop, then laugh again. Their presence shifts the city's tone. London remembers itself through them. The river carries trade again. The Thames grows active once more. Boats arrive more regularly. Cargo is unloaded carefully. Dock workers return to familiar motions. The river resumes its role as London's lifeline. It has never stopped. It has only waited. London draws strength from this continuity. Buildings show their age. As life returns, the city notices its own condition. Buildings lean a little more than before. Wood feels drier. Streets feel narrower. London has been lived in intensely. Repairs begin quietly. A beam reinforced, a roof patched, a wall strengthened. The city tends to itself. Smoke becomes familiar. Again, chimneys begin to smoke more often, cooking resumes. Workshops reopen. The smell of burning wood returns to the air. London welcomes it. Smoke means life, heat, activity. No one yet notices how dry the city has become. The calm feels delicate. Despite improvement, the calm never feels solid. London senses its fragility. People remain alert. They listen for changes. They do not fully relax. The city has learned that disaster does not always announce itself. Sometimes it waits. A city balancing memory and movement. London carries memory in everything it does, in the way it gathers, in the way it pauses, in the way it plans. The city does not forget what it has survived. That memory becomes a guide. The quiet return of confidence. Confidence returns quietly, not declared, not celebrated. It appears in small actions. A door left open longer. A walk taken farther than before. A conversation that lasts a little more freely. London notices these signs and allows them. Calm without complacency. What London does not feel is complacency. The city remains aware. It understands that survival has costs. That calm must be respected. That preparation matters even in peace. Hold this image gently now. A city walking again. Smoke rising from chimneys. Children reclaiming corners of streets. The river carrying trade once more. London stands in a fragile calm. It does not know that fire waits in the near future, but it has learned something important. That survival changes a city forever. Breathe slowly now. Let the calm settle. A city filled again. Rest a little deeper now, my friend. Let the quiet wrap around you gently. Tonight, London feels fuller than it has in a long while, yet beneath that fullness lies a softness that has not yet hardened. The year moves forward. Life returns. Not suddenly, not loudly, but steadily. London begins to feel occupied again. Streets grow familiar once more. The streets now carry patterns again. People walk routes they once knew by heart. From home to market, from market to church, from river to workshop. Footsteps layer over one another, not crowded but present. London's streets have always learned people's habits. Now slowly they relearn them. The city listens and adjusts. Shops regain their voices. Shops begin to sound alive again. Hammers strike wood. Metal rings softly. Cloth rustles as it is folded and unfolded. Shopkeepers speak a little louder now, still measured, still careful. Commerce returns not as hunger, but as reassurance. London remembers that trade is not greed, it is rhythm. Houses fill with people. Homes no longer feel hollow. Rooms are occupied again. Chairs are pulled closer to tables. Beds are used fully. Families adjust to one another's presence. They relearn routines interrupted by fear. London's houses absorb these changes quietly. Walls hold sound again. Floors carry weight. The city feels heavier and alive. The return of habit. Habits return before confidence does. Morning routines, evening meals, weekly patterns. London rebuilds itself through repetition. People take comfort in doing the same thing twice, then 3 times, then many times. Habit becomes a promise. Smoke thickens the air. Chimneys work harder now. Fires burn longer. Kitchens cook more often. Workshops heat metal and wood. Smoke rises across rooftops. London does not fear this. Smoke means warmth. It means work. It means survival. The city does not yet notice how dry its timbers have become. The sound of bells shifts again. Bells still ring, but differently now. Not counting loss, not marking fear. They return to marking hours. Days, Sundays. London listens with familiarity. Sound becomes orientation again. Crowds return. Carefully. Crowds do not rush back. They form slowly. A few people at a stall, a small group at a street corner, a line outside a church door. London measures space instinctively. The city has learned how quickly closeness can vanish. The river carries more weight. The Thames grows busy. Boats arrive regularly. Cargo increases. Trade resumes its familiar pace. London leans into the river once more. The river does not ask questions. It carries what is placed upon it. People walk its banks again, standing closer, talking longer. Movement reassures the city. Repairs without reflection. Repairs continue everywhere. Roofs are patched, beams reinforced, walls repaired. London fixes what is visible. What is invisible remains untouched. The city does not reflect deeply yet. It moves forward, instinctively. Children fill the air with sound. Children reclaim more of the city. They run farther. They laugh louder. They chase one another across streets. London absorbs this sound eagerly. It feels like proof. The city feels younger with them present. The return of confidence. Without wisdom, confidence returns before caution fades. People stay out longer. Candles burn later into the night. Workshops remain active after sunset. London feels productive again. But productivity does not always bring awareness. The city has not yet learned what abundance can risk. Timber and touch. London is still largely made of wood. Wood that has dried in long heat. Wood that has absorbed smoke. Wood pressed close together in narrow lanes. The city does not think about this. It lives inside it. The illusion of safety. With plague retreating, safety feels assumed. People lock doors less carefully. They carry less fear into sleep. London relaxes. Not foolishly, naturally. Survival has taught endurance, not foresight. A city too full of itself. London fills itself again with people, with goods, with sound, with warmth. The city grows dense, alive, and delicate. The calm before another lesson. This moment feels like balance, not peace, not danger. Balance. London does not know it is standing at an edge. It feels only relief. Hold this image gently now. A city alive again. Smoke rising thick across rooftops. Timber walls pressed close. Candles burning long into the night. Children laughing in narrow streets. Boats crowding the river. London feels whole again. It does not yet know how fragile that wholeness is. Breathe slowly now. Let the city settle. When fire learns the city. Rest a little deeper now, my friend. Let the quiet hold you gently. Tonight, London moves through an ordinary night that does not yet know it will become extraordinary. The air is calm, the sky is clear, the city is full and warm and breathing again. Nothing feels urgent, and that is how this chapter begins. A night like many others. It is late summer. The days have shortened slightly. The heat of afternoon fades into a mild evening. Candles burn in windows. Hearths glow softly. London is comfortable, not alert, not fearful. Comfort settles over the city like a familiar blanket. Timber and habit. London is built of habit as much as material. Narrow lanes. Timber frames pressed close. Upper floors, leaning inward, almost touching above the street. Wood has dried all summer. Beams have absorbed heat and smoke. Roofs are layered with age. The city does not think about this. It has always been this way. candles as companions. Candles burn everywhere, in kitchens, in workshops, in stairwells, in bedrooms. They are companions of evening life. Flames flicker gently. Wax drips slowly. Light pools softly against walls. London trusts its candles. It always has. Wind that goes unnoticed. A breeze moves quietly through the city. Not strong, not sudden, just enough to stir curtains, just enough to lift smoke from chimneys. London does not notice it. The wind feels welcome. Work continues into night. Some workshops stay open late. Bakers prepare for morning. Brewers tend their vats. Smiths finish a final task. Heat remains active long after sunset. Fires are banked, not extinguished. London sleeps beside warmth. Sleep comes easily. People sleep deeply now. Exhaustion from past months has eased. Fear has retreated. Dreams return. London rests. A small beginning. Somewhere in the city a fire begins. Not loudly, not violently, just a flame finding something dry. It is not unusual. Fires begin often in London. Usually they end quickly. The nature of flame. Fire is patient. It tests. It listens. It follows opportunity. The flame grows slowly, almost politely. London remains asleep. The first smoke. Smoke gathers quietly. It slips through cracks. It drifts along beams. It climbs upward. No bells ring. No shouts rise. Smoke has time. Wood that waited all summer. The timber responds. Dry wood accepts flame easily. Not eagerly, just willingly. Heat spreads through familiar paths. London's buildings have known fire before. This feels no different. Yet, the city's shape helps the fire. Upper floors lean inward. Flames reach easily from window to window. Narrow lanes trap heat. Air circulates just enough. The city offers the fire everything it needs, without intending to. The wind changes its mind. The breeze strengthens, not suddenly, gradually. Flames stretch, smoke moves faster. Fire begins to travel. London still sleeps. First awareness. Someone wakes. A smell. A sound. They pause. Is it real or imagination? Sleep pulls at them. They hesitate. Delay. Moments pass. Small moments, critical ones. Fire grows comfortable. Bells remain silent. No alarm yet. London trusts its night. trust is a habit. The fire finds confidence. Flames find rhythm, beam to beam, roof to roof. The fire learns London quickly. It follows the city's logic. Smoke wakes the street. Another person wakes, then another. Windows open. Voices rise softly. Confusion precedes fear. The first shout. A shout breaks the quiet. Fire. The word carries weight. London listens. Fire reveals itself. Flames appear, visible now. Light spills into the street. London stares. Response without panic. Buckets appear, people move, habit activates. London has fought fire before. Wind refuses cooperation. The wind strengthens further, water struggles, flames stretch higher. The fire refuses containment. Effort meets resistance. Flames leap. Wood answers. The city begins to wake fully. Bells finally ring. Not calmly, urgently. Sound ripples outward. London wakes all at once. Movement begins. People move into streets, some toward the fire, some away. Belongings are gathered, decisions are rushed. The fire expands its language. Fire speaks now, crackling, roaring, collapsing beams. London listens in disbelief. Streets become rivers of light. Flames reflect off walls. The night glows. London does not recognize itself. The limits of habit. Bucket lines fail. Tools are insufficient. The fire is larger than memory. A city faces scale. London begins to understand this is not a small fire. This is something else. Something learning fast. Fear arrives late. Fear arrives only after realization. It settles. Heavy. Choices become narrow. Stay or flee, save or abandon. London makes choices quickly now. The fire claims direction. Wind drives flames forward. When the fire chooses its path, London reacts. Night becomes bright. Darkness loses control. The city glows. Sleep disappears. A city that cannot look away. London watches itself burn, not yet fully, but enough to know. Hold this image gently now. A city awake beneath flame. Streets glowing. Bells ringing. people moving with urgency, wind carrying fire forward. London has not yet lost itself, but fire has learned its shape. Breathe slowly now. Let the glow soften. Let the city pause. The long burning. Rest a little deeper now, my friend. Let your body grow heavy. Tonight, London does not sleep. But you may. The city enters a night that stretches beyond time, beyond expectation, beyond memory. Fire has found its breath. A city fully awake. London wakes completely now. Not gently, not gradually, fully. The sound of bells spreads across districts, colliding with one another, echoing through narrow streets and open squares. People rise from beds without hesitation. Sleep falls away instantly. This is not confusion anymore. This is recognition. Fire moves faster than thought. The fire does not pause. It moves with purpose, driven by wind that has found its strength. Flames lean sideways. Roofs ignite not one by one, but in succession. London watches fire behave like something alive. Not angry, not malicious. Simply persistent. The failure of familiar methods. Buckets are filled, lines are formed, water is passed hand to hand. The motion feels practiced. Too practiced. London has fought fires like this before. But the water disappears into heat. The flames rise higher than arms can reach. The city understands slowly. This fire is larger than habit. The wind decides everything. Wind becomes the unseen architect. It bends flames around corners. It lifts embers high into the air. It carries fire forward faster than people can run. London does not fight the wind. It reacts to it. Streets turn into corridors of flame. Narrow lanes trap heat. Upper stories lean closer, offering passage from window to window. Flames leap easily. Fire does not need doors. It uses air. London's shape becomes fuel. The sound of collapse. Timber fails. Beams crack. Roofs give way. The sound is deep and final. Not sharp, not sudden. A slow surrender. London listens as familiar buildings become unfamiliar shapes. People begin to move away. At first, people try to stay close. They defend homes, they save shops. Then the heat grows unbearable. Decisions narrow. Stay and lose everything, or leave and carry what you can. London chooses movement. Belongings become meaningless. People carry what fits in arms: a chest, a bundle of clothes, a book, a tool. Then they drop items as heat forces speed. London sheds possessions quickly. Value changes in fire. Only life matters. Children are lifted. Children are lifted into arms, onto cars. onto shoulders. They are quiet. The city moves around them carefully. London protects its future instinctively. Animals sense it first. Animals panic early. Horses rear. Dogs pull against leads. Livestock breaks free. The city fills with unfamiliar sounds. London becomes crowded with fear that cannot speak. The river becomes refuge. People move toward the Thames. Water feels safe. Boats fill quickly. Banks crowd. Some step into the river fully clothed, holding possessions overhead. The river accepts everything. London clings to its edge. Smoke changes the sky. Smoke thickens, stars vanish, moonlight fades. The sky glows orange and red. London looks upward and does not recognize night. Heat without flame. Even streets not yet burning feel dangerous. Heat travels ahead of fire. Air becomes hard to breathe. Skin burns without contact. London learns that distance does not guarantee safety. Authority struggles to organize. Orders are shouted. Plans are made and abandoned. The scale overwhelms structure. London is too large to be directed in fire. The city moves by instinct now. The sound of bells loses meaning. Bells ring continuously. Too many, too often. Their message dissolves into noise. London stops listening. Action replaces instruction. Night stretches into something else. Hours pass without recognition. Time loses edges. There is only before and after. London exists inside a single extended moment. Fire creates its own weather. Air pulls inward toward flame. Wind feeds itself. Sparks fly like stars. London watches fire generate its own rules. Streets become impassable. Routes disappear. Walls collapse into lanes. Debris blocks paths. London changes shape by the minute. Maps become useless. People stop asking questions. Why no longer matters. Only how. How to move, how to breathe, how to keep going. London focuses. Silence appears in pockets. In some areas, fire has already passed. There is quiet. Smoke drifts over ruins. People stand still, staring. London sees what has been lost. The city feels endless loss. Street after street burns. The scale becomes incomprehensible. London cannot count destruction. It feels it. Dawn approaches without relief. Light appears slowly. Not sunrise, glow. Fire has replaced the sun. London enters morning without sleep. Exhaustion overtakes. Panic. Fear burns out. Fatigue settles in. People sit on the ground. They lean against walls. They stop moving when they can. London breathes heavily. The fire continues. The fire does not stop with night, it continues. London realizes this will not end quickly. A city still standing for now. Despite everything, London remains burning, moving, enduring. The city does not collapse, it adapts. Hold this image gently now. A city illuminated by flame, people moving toward water, streets reshaping themselves, a river crowded with silence, smoke covering the stars. London burns through the night. It does not know how long this will last. Breathe slowly now. Let the fire dim. Let the city pause.
Rest now, my friend. Tonight, we watched London return to life after the plague, filling once more with footsteps, laughter, trade, and warmth. But beneath that fragile renewal, dry timber, crowded streets, open flames, and rising wind prepared the city for disaster. A small fire became a living force. It moved from roof to roof, turned narrow lanes into corridors of flame, and drove thousands toward the Thames. Through smoke, bells, collapsing buildings, and sleepless hours, London continued to endure. In our next journey, the fire will finally weaken and the city will awaken beneath ash.